newspaper is news. Details: a newspaper is a printed or digital publication that provides current information on various topics. A newspaper is a periodical publication containing news, other informative articles, and advertisements. And some example include the New York Times, the Guardian, and the Washington Post, which report on events, politics, sports, and more. Thank you. And the next one is Angelo.
In my opinion, is news too, since the newspaper is published to the public and provides the newest or important events in the world. For example, if something happens or you are going to see an event in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Avni.
Yes, in my opinion, the journally purpose of a newspaper convert current information to the target. Advanced example include the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal. Thank you.
Thank you, Avni. Next is Johan.
Okay, in one word, the newspaper is information and connection for. Yes, the newspaper is information for. Is information and connected from world. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Krish.
Yes, my opinion is a papers that printed and distribute daily or weekly, and that contains news, articles of opinion, features on a diversity.
Okay. Thank you. Next is Pallavi.
Yes, in my opinion, a newspaper is a periodical publication containing writing information about the current events. Newspaper can cover a wide varieties of fields such as politics, business, sports, and style. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Aryan Dambre.
Yes, in my opinion, a newspaper is a publication that provides information and opinions about current events and news. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Chaitanya.
Shravani, please ask question. Which question you say?
It's question number 1. In one word, what is a newspaper? Example: information. Why?
Thank you. 1 minute. A printed publication that comes out regularly and contains news, articles, and advertisement. Generally, the purpose of newspaper is to inform and efficiently convey current information to the target audience. Thank you, Shravani.
Thank you. Next is Aryan Jangam.
Yes. While newspaper provide timely news updates to board audios, evidence offer in depth annually and targeted content for specific interests and demographics.
Thank you. Next is Shravani.
A regular printed document consisting of large sheets of paper that are folded together or a white set containing news, reports, articles, photographs, etc. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Tapasya.
Yes, a paper is the printed and distributed usually daily or weekly, and that contains news, articles of opinions, and features advertising and organization that publish and newspaper. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Sarvesh. Okay, next is Viraj.
In my opinion, the newspaper is a large folded piece of the paper printed with news, advertisement, and articles on various subjects. Newspapers are printed and sold either every day or every week.
Okay, thank you. Next is Viraj.
Yes. A printed publication that comes out regularly and contains news articles and advertisement. Generally, the purpose of a newspaper is to inform and efficiently convey current information to the target audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Sarthak. Next is Bhakti.
Yeah. A newspaper is a periodical publication containing event and is often typed in blanket with a background. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Done.
Wow, you have done a very good job as always. Thank you so much, Shravani. Thank you. Okay, let's go with Angelo. He's going to be asking the question number 2. Go ahead, Angelo. And the question number 2 is, what is the difference between newspaper, newsletter, and magazine? Example, information, announcements, entertainment, wholesome. A newspaper gives important information to people, and a magazine is also to give information, but information to entertain people are not so important. And the newsletter is an email that is sent periodically to a list of subscribers who have shown interest in a business and want to receive information about it. The next is Shravani.
Yes. Newspaper, entertainment selection, TV, movies, celebrities, and how so focus on current events with limited space for entertainment. As newsletter is in entertainment specific updates for a niche audience, example fan clubs, industry news, etc. And tailored content for subscribers, often with a specific entertainment focus. And magazine entertainment, in-depth articles, interviews, photo spreads on entertainment topics, and more detailed and visually appearing, often specializing in entertainment themes. Example: Rolling Stone, Entertainment Weekly. Thank you.
Thank you, Shravani. The next is Johan.
Yes, its newspaper or origins is meant to transmit new magazines often or summit were more interest in trends for one. Thank you.
Thank you, Johan. The next is Janham.
Okay. Yes. While newspapers provide timely news updates to a broad audiences, offer in-depth analysis and targeted content for specific interests and demographics. Thank you.
Thank you, Jangham. The next is Krish.
Yes, my opinion is newspaper provide timely news update to boards and games. Magazines offer in-depth analysis and target content for a specific internets and demographics. Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you, Krish. The next is Shravani Kanaskar.
Will a newspaper is a provided time newsly updates to a board audience magazine offer in-depth analyze and target content for specific internet and both from of printed media play instantly rules in a informing and engaging a reader in different way to provide a newspaper in current event. Thank you.
Thank you, Shravani. The next is Viraj. Okay, the next is Debrashe.
Yes, thank you, Angelo. And there is a lot of difference between newspaper and newsletters and magazines. Newsletters are usually better for smaller targeted and audiences, and while magazines fit a larger general interest in audience. And thank you.
Thank you, Debrashe. The next is Dambre.
Yes, in my opinion, newspaper, magazines, and newsletters are all print media that can differ in their content, audience, and designs. Thank you. Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you, Dambre. The next is Sharvis.
In my opinion, while newspaper provide timely news updates to a broad audience, newsletter is a periodically sets emails that informs your audience of the latest news, tips, or updates relative to your products or service. And while magazines are released monthly. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarvesh. The next is Chaitanya.
Yes. While newspaper provide timely news updates to a broad audience, magazines offer in-depth analysis and targeted content for specific intersects and demographic. News is a report about recent happening in a newspaper, television, radio, or internet. News is also something that is not known earlier. Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you, Chaitanya. The next is Tapasya.
Yes, in my opinion, a newspaper covers general news, not confined to one subject. Newsletters are usually not published daily promotes company or a movement and writes about events specifically related to their goals. A newspaper and newsletters are both forms of printed media, but they differ in a few key ways. Thank you.
Thank you, Tapasya. The next is Ricardo.
Ricardo, please turn on your audio. Thank you.
And for the newspaper usually has a much larger format that the massive the newspaper does not have a cover or back cover. These covers and back covers of the missing are made of illustration paper or cardboard.
Thank you, Ricardo. The next is Agni.
Yes, in my opinion, while newspaper provide timely news update to the audience, maximums author offer in-depth analysis to get content, specific interest, and demography. Both from the print media plays instant role in informing and engaging readers in different ways. Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you, Abni. And the last one is Sangeeta.
Magazines use vocabulary understandable to most people and often have lots of eye-catching illustrations. Some examples are National Geographic, Time, and Popular Mechanics. A newspaper is a periodical aimed at the general public, covering research, issue, and news in a formal, brief, and objective manner. Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you, Sangeeta. I finish it, teacher.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Angela. You have done a very good job. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go with the third student, Abni. Abni, are you here?
Yes, the question was what are the advantages of reading a newspaper? In my opinion, the reading newspaper will improve your knowledge in generally, and it will be easy for you to relate to other people who often talks about current events and politics. Example, writing skills, improve language skills. Newspaper provides wholesome information. Thank you. The next one is Pallavi.
In my opinion, reading the newspaper is provide information and a general knowledge. Newspaper provide news about sports, game, entertainment, countries, economic situation. The reading newspaper will widen your outlook and will enrich your knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you, Pallavi. The next one is Johan.
Yes, it is newspaper gives update at national or globality on the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Johan. The next one is Angelo.
Well, it has a specific advantage, but for example, if you like to read, this is a better option, or having things physics. Although this can also include much more information about those involved or what happened. Thank you.
The next one is Tapasya.
Okay.
Newspapers carry the news of the world. Newspapers provide information and general knowledge, and also newspapers provide us news about countries' economic situations, sports, games, entertainment, trade, and commerce. Reading newspaper make a good habit, and it is already part of the modern life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tapasya. The next one is Shravani.
Yes. From my opinion, advantage of reading a newspaper is we always stay informed and our knowledge improves. We develops reading skills, encourages critical thinking, and etc. Thank you.
Okay, the last one is Chaitanya.
Yes. Strength reading and writing skill provide entertainment and sports news. Best source of general knowledge. Get up to data with politics. Useful ideas about researches and projects. Improve vocabulary skills. Makes them a good speaker. Thank you, Avni.
Okay, thank you, Chaitanya. Ma'am, I have done.
Wow,
ma'am.
a good job. Yes, let me know.
I answer the question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pardon me?
Ma'am, I answer the question.
Yes, you can answer the question number 3. Please.
National Public Radio, the News Europe Times, the Post Report, and the Associated Press are 5 great sources for news. These are extremely creatable and have been proven so year in, year out. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you. Okay, where is
Ma'am,
Pallavi?
can I give an answer?
Just a second, please, because I have too many questions and we want to play Kahoot, okay? You can answer the next question.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. So where is Pallavi?
Yes,
No?
ma'am.
Okay, Pallavi, you are going to be the next one, yes, to ask the question number 4, okay? Thanks a lot.
Okay, ma'am. Question number 4 is which one of these should be considered to be a more trustworthy, news or newspaper, and why? In my opinion, both sources are trustworthy, but in news they only give a specific amount of news about that incident. But in newspaper, it gives all details about that incident. So, in my opinion, newspaper considered to be a more trustworthy. Thank you. And the next one is Shravani, please.
Okay. From my opinion, I didn't read a newspaper. A newspaper is more trustworthy because it follows editorial standards, employs professional journalists, and verifies sources, ensuring accuracy and accountability. Thank you.
Thank you, Shravani. Next one is Angelo.
I say news science. This is a small instantaneous and has the necessary information in addition to being able to obtain many more images of what happened and testimonies from people. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelo. Next one is Aryan Jung.
Yes. Credible newspapers are the source for news, not the internet. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one is Johan.
Yes, it's the newspaper it is as universally. Thank you.
Thank you, Johan. Next one is Ricardo.
Okay, critical fishing, and he also eliminated the reads no legends. Thanks.
Thank you, Ricardo. Next one is Avni. Okay, next one is Tapasya.
Yes, both news and newspapers can be trustworthy source of information, but it ultimately depends on the specific source and its credibility. However, here's a general comparison. Newspapers have a long history and established a reputation for fact-based reporting, and the news is an online source, and it is broadcast news canvas greatly its comparability, with some being repeatable and others that. Thank you.
Thank you, Tapasya. And last one is Devashri.
Thank you, Vallavi. In my opinion, newspaper is very, very trustworthy. Comparing of news, because newspaper gives us information more than news, and the main point of newspaper is it is gives about sports magazines and educations also, and some Bollywood time also. But in news they do not get this more information, and this is okay for me. Thank you, Pallavi.
Thank you, Devashri. Done, ma'am.
Wow, Pallavi, congratulations. You have done a very, very excellent, good job. Okay, thank you. So let's go with Jangam. Ariane.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. You're going to be asking the question number 5. Thank you, Jangam.
Question number 5, na, ma'am?
Yes.
How often do you read a newspaper and why? Krish. Krish.
Yes, my opinion, like some things we say there are some concerns our education system. I believe the same water comes that stock market education system. Thank you, Aryan.
Thank you, Krish. Next is Tejal. Next is Tejal.
I can answer the question, Aryan.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I think the newspaper are more efficient than the online news feeds. You don't have a bunches of animated ads of distract. You keep slowing down the seat. You don't have to do a lot of clicking and scrolling. I be got admitted that I be don't a lot less newspaper reading since November because the newspaper has been so disheartening, but that would apply the any news source. Thank you, Aryan.
Thank you. Next one is Ananya.
जेवढं जमेल तेवढंच खा बाकीचं राहू दे.
Hello. Okay. Next one is Sarthak Kumbhar. Okay. Next is Devarshi Korade.
Yes. 1 second. Daily I am reading newspaper for little time. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one is Chaitanya.
Aryan, I can say.
Okay.
I am newspaper daily read because I have newspaper information for related education and accidents. Thank you.
Thank you. Last one is Shravani Kanaskar.
Aryan, I answered the question already. You can ask the next one.
Okay. Next one is Aryan Damre.
Yes, in my opinion, yes, I do. I think newspapers are more efficient than the online newspaper sheets. I will go to admit that I have done a lot less newspapers reading since November because the news has been so disheartening. But the would apply to any news source. Thank you.
I have done.
I can say.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I can say.
Yes.
Ma'am, I can say.
Hello.
Just one, please. Who said first? Julie?
I can say this answer.
Yes, Julie, go ahead, please.
Reading newspaper can also have other benefits such as improving your general knowledge, language skills, and critical thinking skills. And it can also help you avoiding fake news. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I know that there's too many
Hello, ma'am.
students
Can
who
I
want to
answer the
participate.
question number 5?
But I'm going to with, I guess, Jangham or is Tapasya?
Yes, ma'am, Tapasya.
Okay, Tapasya. Yes, go ahead,
Yes.
please.
A sixth question is, what is the most popular newspapers outlets in your country and why? In my opinion, in India, Dainik Jagran is the most popular newspaper. It among English-speaking Indians. The Times of India had the highest average readership in 2019. Okay, the next one is Johan.
Okay, it is true. Our newspaper is important in the human life quotidian. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then next one is Shravani Bora.
Yes. In the United States, the New York Times is considered one of the most popular newspaper outlets due to its comprehensive coverage, high journalistic standard, in-depth reporting, and wide-reaching influence in both national and international news. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is Angelo.
According to what I researched, it is the Universal, Millennium, and Reform, and they are very popular because they have very good and very reliable information. Thanks.
Thanks. The next one is Ricardo.
I will answer. I read newspaper, not always because I read news more from online.
Yes, then Pallavi.
Yes, the Times of India is most widely read English newspaper in India. It is the oldest English language newspaper in India and second oldest English newspaper still in circulation. Thank you.
Okay. Then next one is Chaitanya Korde.
Yes, Tapasya. The Times of India is India's most read English newspaper and the world's largest selling English newspaper. Times of India brings the latest news, breaking news, headlines from India around the world. Thank you, Tapasya.
Okay. Then next one is Bhakti Bharankar.
Yes, the most popular daily in the country is Dainik Jagran that is published in Hindi among English-speaking Indians. The Time of India had the highest average readership in 2019. Thank you, Tapasya.
Okay. Then next one is Samiksha Kurkute.
Yes, Tapas. Dainik Jagran is the most widely read newspaper in India with a total readership of over 55 million. Established in 1942, it covers national and international news along with the extensive local coverage. Thank you.
Okay. The next one is
I will
Krish.
answer.
Okay, wait a minute.
I say yes, the Sakar paper is the most popular paper in newspaper in India. India, and he's available in Marathi. Thank you.
Okay, the next one is Yuli.
The most popular newspaper
in our country is Jakarta Post. The news is trustworthy and valuable. Thank you.
Okay, then next one
I
is
say-
Avni.
Yes, Tapasya, of course. I think Dainik Jagran is the most widely read newspaper in India with a total readership of over 55 million established in 1942. It covers national and international news along with extensive local coverage. Thank you, Tapasya.
Okay, then next one is
I can say.
yes.
Yes, thank you, Tapasya. In my opinion, Times of India is a most newspaper in reading people. Thank you.
Okay, then the next one is Virat Shetty.
Yes. The Times of India is the largest circulated English language daily newspaper in the world across all formats, broadsheet, compact, Berliner and online. Thank you.
Yes, then the next one is Yash Khulla.
I have answered.
Journal based on circulation numbers. The Wall Street Journal is among the largest daily US newspapers with more than 3.9 million subscribers. Thank you.
Okay, then next one is Jenny Seller. Okay, then the last one is Kartiki Kokane.
Yes, in my opinion, the most popular daily newspapers in India across all languages. The Times of India, the most read English newspapers in India, and the world largest selling English newspaper. Thank you, Tapasya.
Okay, thank you. And ma'am, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
No, thanks to you. I really appreciate your perfect job. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And then we're going with the last student who's going to be asking the last question is Shravani Kanaskar. Please help me.
Thank you, ma'am. 7 questions. Most people say newspaper are tutorial as well as information. How true is that? Give a clues, examination, proofs, example, worthy notes, no PowerPoint, presentation required. There will be Kahoot game quiz at the end of the meeting. In my opinion, the newspaper has the power to change what a people then think. Write this sentence. You're angry about something and want other to know. Thank you, ma'am. Can you give answer, please, ma'am?
So, Shravani Kanaskar, you're going to let the students know who's going to be the next one, please.
The next one is Aryan Jangam.
Okay. Madhu Chopra, newspapers are tutors as well as informers. Thank you.
Savni, can
Next
I
one
answer?
is yes, Avni.
Oh, okay, thank you, Shravani. In my opinion, firstly, newspaper are the most traditional means of communicating the news, and not everyone wants either to or is able to use media instant. For example, old people or those is rural areas might don't have the ability to get online. If they are not have the access to Wi-Fi, they will definitely buy a newspaper. Thank you.
Okay. Next one is Dambre Aryan.
In my opinion, the answer is a yes. Reading a newspaper daily helps you develop not only your communication skills but also a good vocabulary. Thank you.
Next one is Johan.
Yes, its next paper is universally in Thank you.
Next one is Angelo.
It is true because they inform you of the most recent events and always keep you well informed, and tutors because they guide you on many topics and show you an opinion that you can take as your own. For example, you can decide what is correct or not in base to your opinion. Thank you, Shravani.
Next one is Ricardo.
For my opinion, that disagree. It's
Thank you. Kenapa?
that it's true and newspaper as is a tutor have been informed. Thank you.
Next one is Trish Parsampar.
Yes, political journalism is committed to commitment to truthfulness. This article identify typical bad parties and blind spots that cause to fail the commitment. Thank you.
Next one is Yuli. Hello. Next one is Yuli. Okay. Next one is Krish Bangar.
Yes, people who read the news and stay informed or current events can often make for more conversations. Thank you, Shravani Kanaskar.
Next one is Shravani Borade.
Yes. Newspapers educate readers on various topics while providing current information. Proofs are educational contents, articles on science, history, and culture. Second is opinion pieces, editorials, and opinion columns encourage critical thinking. And some examples are offers in-depth analysis and educational series. Thank you.
Next one is Tapasya.
Okay. In my opinion, it is a messenger, a source of knowledge. It is the broadcast and also a powerful medium of awareness. Thank you.
Next one is Yash Khullam. Articles written and include in daily news or before the internet were the latest and most up-to-date reports of events. Thank you, Shravani Kanaskar. Okay. Last one is Ananya. Ananya. Okay. Last one is Sarvesh. Hello. Sarvesh.
I cannot answer of this.
Okay. Last one is Satak Kumbar. Okay, ma'am, done.
I will answer.
Okay.